What's up, everyone? My name is Baden AKA Baden Black. If you play me online, I recently got top 16 with Vegito Xeno. Now, I wasn't going to do a deck profile on this because, 14th place is kind of meh. It's not one or two or even three, but I did receive enough questions about it to where I figured, what the hell? We'll give it a go. So here we are, is the deck profile. Now, you probably already know what the leader does. We'll go over it very briefly. On the front side, you combo a Goku Xeno or a Vegito Xeno card. You burst one, you draw one, and then you can awaken when you have 4 or less life or a Vegito Unison specify cost of 2 in play. It's the very specific Unison. The awaken side, you can create Pataras from underneath your Unison, which is pretty cool. If they let you have a Unison, that is. And then you can also, you draw a card whenever your Unison or one of your cards with Union skills attacks. And then you can also combo from underneath any of your cards with cards underneath them, which is pretty sweet as well. Now your turn 1 plays, of course, this is going to be like a typical Vegito Xeno list, but there are reasons that you do the things you do. 4 of each of these, your Goku's, your draw burst, your Vegeta is your burst top 5. They're your consistent turn 1 pieces, and hopefully Z energy. The next two, that obviously this promo is super important. It's is a dual name. It gets you Z energy. What's not to love? Red's trying to steal it right now, and screw you, Red. All right. So these 2 cards are like, I would feel like the most important cards in the deck. Why? Because there are people constantly trying to prevent you from getting Z energy, which valid strategy. Vegito does really well when it has a Unison, so why not prevent them? But it's a really dirty trick, and I hate it. So what these guys do is if you combo, say, this guy, and you have a Vegito Xeno already in your combo area, you then get to charge both of them. Now, the ruling with Broly Omen is if they send this guy to the drop, then he's going back anyway because this auto already happened. Now, what the really cool thing is if you combo both of these and one of these, not even Pilaf can stop you from getting 2 Z energy. So that is really cool, and that comes up a lot. That's why I run these at 4 and 4. Other than the fact that they're just, Vegeta's a crit, he's a draw 2, discard 1. It's a beautiful little synergy with this whole package here. Now, of course, you got to run for the counterplay, dual name, card runs on Z Unison. It comes with the deck. And, for all those that are complaining about it, shut up. We don't get to keep our Unison very long anyway. And I actually didn't. During that tournament, I didn't get to counterplay hardly at all because everyone's just like, let's kill Xenoson. It happens. It's cool. Next up, the boss monster, our 6-drop Vegito Xeno. You know what this does. Everyone hates it and tries to prevent it from playing. But, yeah, it's fine. I chose 3 Fearless Fusions. Cold-Hearted as a bitch. Yeah. And then any of the 4 drops with Barrier. 4 drops in general, good to go. Also, you can use it as a draw piece and stuff like that off of your Unison or your leader. I chose 3 of the 4-drop coolers. A lot of people are asking why I didn't run Cumber, and it's because Cumber isn't a for sure thing. Like, you have to have another Cumber in your drop or warp. It also depends on how much Z cards you have, and I love the card. It's a really good card, obviously, but what I was looking at as far as building my deck is it didn't have a lot of removal for things that are like higher cost, whereas Cooler, it's in the activate main to warp something of any cost, not ignoring Barrier, of course, but you also get to move 2 cards from your drop or from your warp to your drop. Where this card comes up in clutch is against Red Vegeta when they put out their Evil Saiyan. Since this warps things on the activate main skill, you get to warp that SCR for whatever and play this, give something a bean, and that's part of his effects too, and you continue. 25k attacker, 4-drop, gets under Big and More. It's very nice to have. So that's why I run Cooler over Cumber. 2 Tenacious. I would normally run 3, but I was just really trying to cut the list down. I didn't want to go at 56, so I went to 55 instead. Black's only Floodgate, and then they still complain about it. I don't get it. You could tell I'm salty about all the other colors, and I usually only play Black. So, of course, you gotta run the Vegeta Xeno super combos, best super combo in the game. For Black anyway, I ran 3 of the combo Kais. I find them really good for going for game or just trying to live, etc. I do 3 Power Bursts since you are trying to save your Unison from being decimated. You can get 5 and drop pretty easily, especially if you get one of these guys out there. He stands and draws, and you can combo or counterplay, get 2 more down there. Anyway, it's easy to get 5 in the drop, and it's easy to defend your Unison on turn 3 after you play it, if you have one of these boys. 2 Supreme Kai of Time negates. That's purely because it's just a good negate. Everyone likes to use Z cards right now. Again, this list was tailored to just be like, hey, Vegeta, screw you, bud. They'll play their Gogeta out, and then you just hit them with this because they turn this on themselves on turn 1. Essentially, you get to warp something for the turn, it comes back, but if it's obviously if it's a Z card, it can't come back. 1 Gohan rare negate. I don't feel like I need to run 2 ever. I burst enough and discard enough to where this can just be there, and you know it comes in clutch all the time. 2 of the Bardock free negates. This thing has saved my butt so many times. Would never bump it up to 3, but 2 is just fine. 1 Kraken Space Time because we're dirty like that. Then, of course, the SCR, the best Black SCR, as Evil saying. And then I'm running 2 SS4's Call. Now this is, I've heard go wishy-washy on people's opinions on it. I feel like it's almost a necessity now with Beyond All Limits being gone. It's a consistency piece. Alright, so because if you don't open this, or if you don't open one of these, or anything that you want to see at the beginning, this can literally search for anything with a Super Saiyan 4 tag on it. And it saves my butt a lot. Now if we go to the Z deck, of course, we're going to have, well, we'll just start with the off one, I guess. I have a Demigra Unison because sometimes you just don't have anything else to play and you just want to overwhelm more, and that's another way of getting a Vegito Xeno out. You can use the counterplay with it. It's just another aggression piece. I have to have 3 of the actual Unison for the deck. SSB Vegito. You probably know what he does by now, but if you don't, when he swings or a card with Union swings or activates blocker, you +1, you tuck 2 cards from your warp, you put it underneath him, and then you can then use that stuff with your leader to evolve into or combo from under. This is also one of the ways you draw on your Awakened side. Your -3, you get to play a 6-drop or less. Does it not say 6-drop? Whatever. You could play a card with Union from your warp by negating 3. And then the activate main, you can pitch a card from underneath and draw a card. It's an extra draw engine, which makes the deck start becoming really good as far as hand size goes. SS4 Vegito Barrage, I'm only running 1 of them. He doesn't hardly ever come up, but when he does, he's very impactful. So I'm always just going to keep 1 there. A Mighty Blast because I honestly end up using this card more for defense than offense. Especially when they're swinging like a 5 or less, and you have, the 3Z energy over there. You're like, okay, cool, warp it, and then boom, you're good. 2 of the new SS4 Sun Gohans. This card is an absolute beast, and it's what I use for my big boy barrier removal. And then this added on top of this, you're gonna get a 35k double strike swing out of it. It's and he has barrier. It's just a no-brainer. And in this deck, he synergizes very well. 1 SS4 Son Goku. super good card. One of the early ones we got. Works card on play. Can become a 25k double striker, which is amazing. And then, of course, Majin Buu, removal, blocker, 25k attacker was not to love. My side deck's sort of weird, and there are some things that I would change about it, but we can get into that as I go. two Super Ks. Your battle card floodgates do exist, so you want to take those out when you can. Debor Ritual at hand. I don't know why I keep adding this card to my deck. Like I get wanting to anti-hand control, but let's just face it, I play black. I'm not gonna have the energy to spend to use this and defend myself at the same time. There's no turn stopping floodgates. So I would have replaced this with Hunt of the Demon God, because for some reason I forgot to add that to my side deck, and then I might not have lost one of the games that I lost. One Protector of the People, good against Vegeta, good against Gamma. Didn't really actually come up, but I did side it in a few times. You just have to see your side, you know? 2 Petrifications. Green are a bunch of assholes, so we like to stop their Goku Gohans from getting rid of our Vegitos. And I sided it in against a blue-yellow Gogeta, and that's what the other thing sides are for as well. But I ended up seeing both of these and just petrifying their SCR twice in a turn. They couldn't recoup, and you know, best negate in the game in my opinion. 2 Ultimate minus Energy Ball. Again, good against Gamma, good against Pan if they play their Gohan really early, because that power gain is on swing and not permanent. So this just warps it beforehand. Same reason other people are running Final Hood Slash and Wolfang Fist, stuff like that. It does good work. Now, you have to respect Zamasu Mill. You just do. So, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards of my side deck were dedicated to Zamasu Mill. Of course, you know what this does by now. If you're a Broly simp, or sorry, a Vegeta simp, red energy, black energy, who cares? You have both. I would have traded this out for 2 of the Defeating the Demons. Honestly, obviously you can't use it as a counterplay, but it is good. And on the off chance that Hatch were to show up, I have an 8-drop, so that's kind of why I played this. And also it negs 2 Zamasu things, which is great. You just got to have that. And of course, you know, we've got this bad boy is a Zamasu killer. I also sided these in versus the blue-yellow Gogeta I played today. But that's the deck, man. I was really happy with the way it turned out. I don't know what else I could do to possibly make it go any better. But Vegito Xeno is definitely not dead. It's still a very, very good deck, and you just have to get used to the fact that people do not want you to have a unison. They'll do everything in their power to slow you down like that, and you just have to adapt. This is no longer helmet go. You have to play around the fact that they don't want you to have a unison, and that's why cooler is important. You've got all these other tools here to kind of help you, and then you've got your Z deck and stuff like that. Just use everything available to you and you should be fine. So shout outs to my team, Defy TCGs. Shout out to the DMAG guys for helping me test stuff, and everyone online. And I'm hoping to move on to some more black decks, and I'm glad I can kind of put this one to bed. So thank you for watching, and hopefully we'll see you in the future.